Hey there, Miss Brenda. How are you this evening? I had to take it pretty easy today. I was, I don't know how to explain it, dizzy and weak and just felt terrible. So I really didn't do anything today. Hey Shelly. Hey Shelly, I tried to Marco you a couple of days ago. And I don't know if you were able to get that or not. I need to get with you and show you the material that I have because I still can't find the ones I already made. Thank you, Brenda. That's okay. If you could, I think I'm going to be pretty free tomorrow. You could give me a call, a Marco, and I'll try to Marco you right back because I want to get, now that I'm past that contagious stage and everything, I'm going to go ahead and get those made. That's all right, sweetheart. If it wasn't for Teresa, I wouldn't have very many conversations. Well, Brenda too. I do conversate a lot with Brenda, but I don't really use my phone very much. My kids call me, but you know, and my mom. Tomorrow would be good. I didn't want to disturb you. That's okay. Anyways, now that I got that out of my lips, I am totally weirded out because it is really strange that all the chickens are in the coop. I don't have to chase after them or chase them away from the plants or whatever. Hey, Susan, how are you doing, honey? Hey, Roy. Teresa's the only one I have talked to. It's wonderful. She definitely is. Hey, girlfriend, we're just talking about you. I bet your ears was burning. Are you through for the night or are you at home? Just rolled in from work, okay? You know, it's like I slept so much better last night not worrying about them little guys. But I've got to get some type of cover over them because it's really, really super hot here and I'm worried about them. Okay, cool. Well, not cool that it was a doozy, but I can't wait to hear all about it. And I noticed that your Fitbit's working. So you can't get out of playing with me. Hi, Sharon. How's it going? So those of you guys that don't know what we're talking about, Fitbits and stuff like that, Teresa and I, we constantly pick at each other about our fitness, you know, walking and everything. Well, we haven't been doing it for like oh, what's it going on? What, 3 or 4 weeks now, Teresa? We haven't been picking at each other. Um, so we decided to go ahead and start doing it again. Of course, last week I was sick. Ginger, go lay down. Now, Teresa, I gave her 2 Benadryls, and that is not even phasing it. She's still itching. And I had a medication that I used for my skin that I put on her, and that didn't help either. I just watched my boss get chewed up one side and down the other by a coworker. I stood there with my mouth hanging open. Oh my word, I got to hear all about it. My Fitbit finally just started counting steps out of the blue. And I am so excited. I can't wait to taste it. I have in the oven, since it's cooler tonight, at nighttime it's cooler. I wanted to go ahead and put it in the oven. Well, cooler is 82 degrees. That's not very cool. But I put the one of the squash, the new squashes that Linda made. She's trying to get them stabilized. I put it in the oven, and I can't wait to taste it. It smelled so good. Just opening it, I was like, oh my word. And the reason why I did it today is because I was going through Facebook and I saw this this thing, and I want to know you guys' opinion about it, because I'm a rebel canner, and I did not know when I canned these things. I hope I didn't get rid of them already. But anyways, I pureed some. Okay, on Facebook today, I saw where this lady had pureed some pumpkin and made a pumpkin bread and did the recipe and everything, gave it to us and all that kind of stuff on the Canning Rebels. Well, I thought what was really neat about it is that I'd always been when I may have gotten rid of that pumpkin. I think I might have done that. But everybody told me you got to do it in chunks. You can't do it in puree. And I kept thinking, why they can it to put it on our shelves? Why can't we puree it? I don't understand. So, make a long story short, I think I'm going to go ahead and puree some pumpkin this year and can it. And I want y'all's opinion about it. Shelly, you wouldn't believe how much you actually do move. Even me being sick, I'm still getting a couple of thousand steps in a day. Oh, it was a female. I would still can it. Yeah, I'm so excited. You look lovely tonight. Thank you. I love you. If y'all don't know it, I'm going to tell you, Teresa is my best friend. I am glad I feel better, too. I have canned cubed pumpkin. Cool. I just joined a Rebel Canning group on Facebook to get tested information from real people with real experiences. Yes. Now, there are some things that I probably won't ever do. I mean, I don't see any. How do I say this? I don't want to say this and sound terrible or like I don't want to waste my time making certain things like butter and can I don't want to can butter unless I get a cow, I don't want to go to the supermarket and buy butter and then turn around and can it, and I that's just not my thing. Another thing I don't want to do is I don't want to can cakes and bread and stuff like that. I could change my mind down the road, but I just can't see doing that. I love the smell of it in the house, so I would rather just bake it and let the house smell up good, and then I can eat it and gain 50 pounds, right? I do too, Teresa. Aw, I love you too. We will be best friends forever. I'm positive about that. I'm just learning all of this and love it. Hey, Miss Patty, how are you doing? And I want y'all to know that Miss Teresa's got a birthday on the 15th. We use a lot of butter. I want to buy a whole bunch because I hate going to the store that much. Well, I do buy a lot of butter, Shelly. I do buy a lot of butter. I buy it at Sam's, and I get a couple of packs of 4, and there's 4 in each pack, so there's, 12? 4 times 4 is 16. Sorry, my brain's not working. So 32 sticks of butter, yeah, at a time. And then when I get low, I buy more. But I freeze it. I keep it frozen. And when I got, I still have a little bit of butter from the commodities that they were giving away last year. So I'm kind of excited about that. I really wish I had more of it because that was really good butter. I can everything I can get my hands on, even cakes and bread and stuff like that, Brenda. I just got 6 quart and 10 half pints from a coworker for $5. Girlfriend, you rock! I'm so happy for you. Went to chiropractor, feeling somewhat better. Oh, I didn't know you were not feeling good, Patty. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. Hey, Tina, how are you today, honey? I only have a small chest freezer and the one on top of the fridge. I need that freezer space. Yeah. No on the cakes and bread. Okay. I'm nervous about my freezer going out. I am canning all I can, all I like to eat. Cool. Now, one of the reasons why my electric bill is so big probably is because I have 3 freezers, and all 3 freezers are full. One of them is pretty much full with mangoes. So I'll be making up some more mango jam pretty soon, and hopefully I can sell some of it. I cleared out my freezer to make room in it. Then I went to the Amish bulk store. Uh-oh! Now we know it's full again. Honestly, I'm still so new at canning that I need jars. They cost money, and I don't have, or I'd be canning a lot more. Shelly, check on the I'm trying to think of Facebook Marketplace. They usually have stuff like that that are really cheap. Never pay more than what it cost brand new, though. Never, 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 ever pay more than that. Because that's just not good. And I will tell you, I went to a lady's house. What was it, about 3 or 4 years ago? And this lady was super, super, super nice. And I went to buy her canning supplies, and I don't remember. I think she was charging me like $20 or something like that for it. And my mom was giving me the money to get it because, I didn't have no money. And when the lady found out that my mom was giving me the money for it because I didn't have money to buy them, I don't know if she felt sorry for me, but she said to me, I'm really super glad that I got somebody that I know is going to use them. They're excited about using them. I'd like you to have these for free. I was so ecstatic. I mean, to tell you, I really, really, really got excited. And I can a lot of stuff. Yeah, I need to go on another canning spree too. I lost a whole bag of corn and 2 boxes of tomatoes. That I couldn't do because I got so sick. And I don't know, do the Amish sell a lot of stuff during the winter time? Hey, Julie. Wow, that's cool. $5 each. I want to try those lids too, and I want y'all's opinion about this. Okay, y'all know how I can only eat certain amount of food. I was wondering, I got my daughter to start saving her jars from the baby. And these are, okay, I'm blind. Let's see how many ounces there are. 4 ounces. So this is the amount of food that I'm allowed to eat. Just saying. I could make myself some really cool things and put them in there and have meals for myself. And but do you think that they, like, okay, on the Canning Rebel site, they use they were talking about reusing the jars that you get from Starbucks and using the top, and somebody was saying, yeah, they did that. Somebody did that, and you got to do it a certain way, or else the tops will pop off or something. So I'm excited about those. Would you use them? Brenda, are you telling me yes, you would use them? I'm wondering if they would go through the pressure canner. Never tried them. Well, I can't see why they wouldn't work, because they have the same type of lid. If I can get it off. They have the same type of lid as those other kind of cans, you know. And I'll be honest with you, I think they'll work. I think they'll work good. And they have the lid. See the little thing? You know, pop back and forth. Oh, that thing is that squash is smelling so good. I just want to get in there and start eating on it. I've been eating all evening. I don't know what is wrong with me. I saw a bunch of posts about turning the jars upside down. Might have been that type of jar. Well, I think I could. I'm pretty positive that I would not have any problem making like jams and jellies and stuff like that in there, which would be really much better for me because the pint size are a lot for me to have to go through unless I got the grandkids here. Hey, bub. I eat 12 ounces every 20 minutes after 5. Hey, Glenn, how's it going? Oh, Glenn, I got a question for you. The pecan tree that you gave me, the Florida pecan, it lost its leaves, but its stalk is still green. Is that normal, or should I be worried about it? I agree, Shelley, and they do have the rubber stuff in it. Oh, okay, cool. Because David and I are going back up in November to go hunting, and I just want to make sure that I'm going to be able to get something. I feel really bad that I wasted about $20, I guess I wasted because of being sick. Flint just bought me a butternut squash on his way home. I've never had it. Been looking up ways to cook it. Oh, they're delicious. I agree. I like them in pumpkins. I like them to make pumpkin pie instead of instead of pumpkin, make butternut pie. Really good. Kathy, those small jars would make great sample sizes. Yeah, true. They do go dormant, but I wouldn't think so yet. I don't know why it lost all its leaves. It's making me very sad. That's what I was thinking. So, I got some stuff planted. I don't know if I put the video out yet of I'm kind of lost. I really am kind of lost. But I do have a lot of stuff sprouting up right now that I planted, and I've got a lot more to plant and get growing. I can't believe that the beans have not sprouted yet. All right. I'll see you later, Patty. Love you. Oh, it has a little more nutty flavor. And it makes great soup, too. Last one was cucumber tomato plants. So that's probably... Yeah, I don't think I've done... I might have. Oh, and I did a little insert on my dinner tonight. I had, for dinner tonight, I had cauliflower with cheese. And I did a little insert on how I couldn't find my steamer for the cauliflower, and I'll let you guys, leave y'all in suspense on how I fixed that little dilemma. Hey, Miss Linda. Did she have her babies yet? Eyelashes looks like she's gonna pop. So, Linda, in November, we're coming up to Georgia, well, through Georgia, so we'll see you again then, too. I'm like, do we really want to take the trailer? He says, yes. So he's got something other he's going to try to do to help with gas. Trying to get better gas mileage. Okay, Brenda. So I've got to go, not this Friday, but next Friday for my echocardiogram and my stress test. So if y'all would keep me in your prayers, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'll remind you again. We all need to pray for one another. I have a hard time praying for myself, but I sure don't have a hard time praying for anybody else. I love praying for people and the things that they need or want, or praising God for healing. Tell David to make a metal box or something for the generator so that it doesn't melt anymore of the truck. Oh yeah. With that, we learned our lesson hard that time. I even thought about maybe having him mount some brackets on there to hold it in place so that, but he said it ain't nothing to put it down on the ground, but it's heavy and I don't want to lift it. But I'm so looking forward to it. And now I've got to get better. To be honest with you guys, I haven't driven yet. I drove for a few minutes the other day. My mom scared the bejeebies out of me. Almost. I mean, we've lived here all our lives. She knows it's a one-way street. She started to go down a one-way street, and I had to holler at her, and she swerved to go out of it. And literally, she was going to turn down a one-way street. So when she parked the car, I got out of the car, and I got on her side, and I drove. And I probably will not get back in the car with her. She's scaring me to death. So I don't know if it was just because she was so rattled about, because me and the doctor, it was probably because she was so rattled with me and the doctor. Me and the doctor had a huge fight in his office that day. I mean, not fight, like, a huge heated discussion because they don't want to leave me alone about my choices in life. And you know what? I told him, I said, you're not going to change my mind, so stop badgering me. If you don't want me as a patient because I'm choosing to do this, then I will find a new doctor. He said, oh, no, it's not like that. I said, okay, then let's not talk about it anymore. Thank you, Teresa. Hi, honey. No babies yet. Oh, poor little eyelashes. Man, she's gonna pop soon. It was frightening when I had to finally take my mama's car keys away from her. Yeah, it's gonna come to that. If my mom doesn't straighten up, I will take them. And she will hate me for it. Maybe that's why she hasn't come over since the other day. because I don't know. Cool. Mine came back too. Mine died back, and then it came back out. But I wanna take it out of the pot and cut it up. So I'm pretty excited about it. And okay. So I did not get back on to see if you answered me. Is Roy still in here? I need to know if I should plant that tree in a shady place or if I should plant it in a sunny place. Because I'm going to go ahead and plant that in the morning. I wanted to plant it tonight, but I was just too weak and my legs aren't working. I'm glad to see you're back, Brenda. So I'm going to get on the chain and start sewing some. I really miss sewing. What's the tree? Pawpaw. Pawpaw tree. I know that Teresa's is under some bigger trees. I came home to 3 big puffball mushrooms Lee found. I am slicing them up for the dehydrator. You lucky girl. Shade. I guess Roy's off here already. Wouldn't you say I would have to put that under the shade or something, Teresa? Yeah, that's what I thought too, Brenda. I thought they were all underneath other trees. Shelly, I couldn't eat mushrooms for a long time because they made me sick, and now I can eat them all the time. And I really, really enjoyed them. I actually buy them whenever I have a little extra money. I buy them at Sam's and I slice them up and dehydrate them because I don't know which ones are which, and I'm afraid that I'm going to get the wrong thing. Okay, definitely I will put it in the shade then. So, trying to think of where I'm going to put it. I love to saute the mushrooms and put on top of my meat. Yeah, me too. I like even just a venison burger or a hamburger or a beef burger, any kind of burger. They're even good on chicken. Okay, Shelly, let me just say this. Do not ever try to don't make your decision on canned mushrooms. Do not keep them totally out of your realm of trying. Make sure that you get like good mushrooms from the if you're not harvesting and know what you're harvesting. Make sure that you get good mushrooms from the store. Wash them and slice them and do them fresh or dehydrate them and then rehydrate them and cook them. They are so much better than, and I like the whole mushrooms. I don't like them to cut them up because it kind of dries them and makes them a little chewy. Don't you guys think that? You need more than one to cross pollinate. Well, I had two, but one of them died. So he gave me some seeds and they're in the fridge. So I'm going to try that, try planting them. I would only try foraging mushrooms. I don't trust mulch of much of anything sold at the store. Just make sure you know that, absolutely know that you got the right mushroom. Because not all mushrooms are edible. I wish to God I could forage for them. When we were when we were at Holland Lilies, I seen some on a log, and I'm like, whoop, whoop. I got so excited. I was like, are those? Yeah, they were oyster mushrooms. I was so excited. So I have to ask Holland and Lily if they got to harvest them, because it had been drying up and they were not getting, enough moisture for them to keep growing. I am OCD about positively identifying the wild things. Good girl. I want this book. I want that book. Well, she's got 3, but I watched a whole I can't even think of what it's called. Commercial about the lady that was on a loan. I can't think of her name right offhand. Teresa, I know you know who I'm talking about because you just got her book and you were talking about it. I want her book, and she's got 2 or 3 other books to go with it for $37. I'm like, oh, I want it so bad. I have to tell David I want that for Christmas. Are you still on here, honey? Well, y'all be thinking, if there's any prayers, let me know so that I can put them on my little list here. And I haven't seen Carrie, so I don't know if he's got into his new place all right or what. So if we could keep him in our prayers. And since Roy's not on here anymore, I can't ask him how his back is doing, how the shots worked. Yes, Nicole Appeline. Honey, I want for Christmas these books on foraging. So we can go foraging. I wish that there was, you know what, I think I'm going to go to the extension office as soon as I start driving and see if there is any type of classes or anything on foraging here. Pray for me to get out of my funk. I quit drinking sodas and my body hates the change. I hope you're drinking lots of water, honey. And I will tell you, when I quit drinking Dr. Peppers, my kidneys gave me pain, would have spasms for a little while after that. So don't Don't freak out if that happens to you. I'm definitely praying for you on that one. That is not an easy thing to do. Well, giving up anything that you do on a regular basis is not an easy thing to do. Let's just admit it. Yeah, they are awesome books. I want them so bad. Water and hot tea is good. Let me tell you something, Shelly. Once I stopped drinking them, it was, I mean, I have tried two different times in the last couple of years to drink a soda, and I took one mouthful and it was like, I just want to get sick. It just was not at all pleasant. Not at all pleasant. I just can't do carbonation at all. Linda, I really believe that if somebody that knew enough about foraging and stuff like that and had enough how do I say this? Had enough to think about really good foraging for kids, I think that would be a fantastic book. Somebody could really make some money on that. I really believe that's a great money-making thing. She's asking about foraging books for her grandson, something that would be easy for her and her grandson to do. And he's high. He's very smart and reads very well. So you're welcome, Shirley. Aw, that's cool. I'm glad Thomas likes to do that with you. The Forager's Guide to Wild Foods by Nicole Epling. And you know where I saw the where I just watched the whole thing today? Because usually I just click through it because I know I don't have the money for it. I just wanted to see how much money it was and everything. But it's $37. I think it was $37 for all of those books. And I was like, wow. Totally worth it. But you can't get them in like Barnes and Nobles or what is the other ones? Any of the bookstores. Cool. That's a good idea, Shelley. Hey, MB Heritage Farms, how are you this evening? Nice to have you in here. Oh my goodness gracious. I want to go over there and put a fork in that and see if it's done. It smells so divine. I can't wait to tell Linda how I like it. You can? I didn't realize she was on Amazon. Are they cheaper on Amazon, Brenda, or are they about the same price? I know this is going to sound terrible because I've been praying for this young lady, but does anybody who gave me Angie's name and told me that she had alpha Gale syndrome? We were praying for her. I think she was a niece or something of somebody on. I can't remember. That's terrible. But I know God's listening and He's listening. I think she had the crud or something. Most of my forging books are old. They are my dad's, and you probably can't get them anymore. I don't know. Thank you all. Look around the internet. Now, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's I have been reading this thing. And learning things from it. The lady, Mrs. Mango's daughter, opened up a new Mrs. Mango's on US 1 in Melbourne, and there's one in Rockledge. The one in Rockledge is where her mother was at. Now her niece works at that one and owns that one. But she let me use this, and I'm telling you, it has awesome stuff. Awesome stuff in here. I've learned so much. But I need to give this back to her. But the problem is I can't retain what I'm learning. So I'm going to start, I'm just going to start doing some kind of something other, writing out stuff or something. I don't know. Try to get it in my brain better. Yeah, the best way, I have gotten some other books, gardening books and stuff like that I get at, I always look, anytime I ever go to a thrift store, I look to see what kind of books they have. It is a big old book, but look at here, Shelley. This is what's neat about it. Okay. Let's see. Let me find something that. Okay, red clover. It has a thing. I think this must have been some type of. Oh my goodness, my nose is itching. I know why. Gotta move that up. Sorry guys. See how it describes everything, and on the back it gives a whole thing of everything. So it's really neat to have this in your hand, Shelley, because let's face it, if electricity goes out and you can't charge your cell phone, or you can't, I mean, we don't have computers or cell phones or something, we need something book-wise that we can go in here, and just learn what we need to know. Now, I put this in here on geranium oil because David and I were discussing geranium oil is one of the oils that you put in a bee box and get bees to come to it. It's too hot to have that facing up, but boy, man, it makes my nose itch. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. And I haven't picked up this book in a little while, so I am going to get back into that again. I love binders too. What I'd like to do is I would really love to take it somewhere where I can afford to copy it off. That way I can put it into a binder or a notebook or something, and put those pages in sleeves and protect them. I would be copying all of those pages. Yeah, that's what I want to do before I give it back to her. She told me no problem, keep it as long as I want, but it's been a long time and I really feel bad that I haven't. Maybe I'll call her and tell her, I'm sorry, I'm still reading it. Trying to learn all I can. Yeah. See, I don't have a. You know what? David's got a printer and scanner. I think. Maybe I could go down there, but that's going to take a lot of ink. A lot of ink. So I don't know. All right, Glenn. Have a great night, honey. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so does anybody else have any more prayers other than Shelley and the ones I mentioned? Yeah, I know what you mean. The paperback version is $37, but the local library may have it. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pray, and then we can talk some more about these books. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this time that we have together, Lord. I didn't get to talk to Roy about his shots and whether it took away the pain. I pray, Lord, that did relieve all of his pain, Lord. Also, I'm hoping that Carrie's got himself settled in really good and all's well in that factor, and got all of his plants and everything. And I know it's hard to move, especially when you got a bunch of plants and household goods and stuff that you got to move. So definitely. And my mind is just all over the place tonight, Lord. I know that Shelley asked for prayer, and I pray, Lord, that you are able to take care of that need, Lord. My mind is just all over the place. I'm just not together tonight, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you fix that and help me to remember what I need to pray about. And Lord, I still lift up Angie in my prayers and her health needs, and pray, Lord, that she's all feeling better and everything. Remind me who was it that asked for prayer for Angie. So I don't know what's wrong with my brain anymore. I just can't work right. And I just thank you, Lord, for all that you do for us. I want to lift up Teresa's mom, Lord. Continue to keep her in good health and let her enjoy her time here. I thank you, Lord, for so many people that are coming through these nasty sicknesses and accidents and things. I thank you for making them all healthy again. And I just thank you, Lord, for all that you do for us. In your name, Jesus, amen. Shelley, I'm so sorry, but I cannot remember what I was supposed to be praying for you, but God knows what it was. So my brain just ain't working. I wrote your name down, and I don't know why I didn't write down what it was for. My brain don't work all the time. See, I'd buy paperback and then scan the relevant to me information and then laminate those pages and put them in a binder. That's a good idea, Shelley. Lord, Kathy, peace and oh, thank you, Shelley. It's okay, Kathy. My little phone will pass with his help. Okay. Oh, that squash smells so good. I think I'll get me some butter and cinnamon and sugar. It's so big, I'm going to have a lot of different ways to eat it. Oh, thank you, Shelley. So the books, like I said, I stopped at, and I should tell you what Mrs. Mango's is. Mrs. Mango's is like an herbal. We have two different ones, like where the older lady worked on US 1 in Rockledge. It's a little wooden frame building, and it's cram-packed full of all kinds of books and tinctures and dried flowers and dried plants, and they sell things by the ounce or by the pound or whatever it is. That's where I first found DE, diatomaceous earth, and where I very first tasted the Roselles. And man, oh man, were they ever good. I really, really liked it. So that's when I started finding more about them too. And I went to I finally found DE, and then I started growing the Roselles. I had seen other people online, Megan, and she's over in Australia. I can't think of her name, her channel name, but She's the first one I seen with the Roselles, and someone said after I watched her several times, said that they were illegal in the States. Maybe it was her channel or something. I don't know, but they're not. They're not illegal here. I don't think. I don't know. Anyways, I'm growing them, and I'm doing very well at it. I wish I had more, but that's okay. Of the one that I just had, oh, it's called The Complete Guide to Natural Healing. I'm like trying to read the Atral. I'm like, Atral, that's not a word. The N is all over it. But I hope you can see it. It looks backwards on mine. And let's see. International Masters Publishers, AB, The Complete Guide to Natural Healing, produced under license by something or other, printed in U.S. Was trying to see if it had a copyright or something in it, but I don't see anything like that. It doesn't really say when it was made. My guess, it was probably made in the 70s or 80s, because probably the 80s, because if y'all remember correctly, in the 80s we had a lot of binder type books and stuff that the they were like little clubs or something that you could buy them from. 1 minute's killing me and the next minute's not. Okay, Roselle, or however it's spelled, they are pretty, but why grow them? Are they edible? Okay. I did not bring them in today. I don't. I could run out there and get one, but I'm not going to. It's too late at night to be running outside. But I will make a thing on it, Shelly. I have them growing out front, and I make tea with them. You can also eat them, and they are very high in vitamin C and very, very good. They make the best tasting tea that you can imagine. I really love them. Cool. I'm glad you got that. I have a digital encyclopedia of herbal healing, and that was that the same? No. The Complete Guide to Natural Healing is what it's called. That may help better. Um, just by the pictures in there, it really looks like it was made in the early 80s. The book. See the picture of the lady, and then I can't open it right, but see the picture of this lady. Just the way the pictures are done and stuff like that really makes me believe that it was in the 80s. I mean, it talks about all kinds of things. Even it's so hard to open though. Talks about self-massaging. And how to do that, and it gives, I mean, all kinds of things that it gives in here, that it tells you about your body and stuff like that. And even on hot flashes, I need to read that. So it's got a lot of stuff in here. I just wish that I could copy the whole thing. I like the binder, but I don't like the fact that I can't open it properly. Yes, that's what I was talking about, Brenda. Years ago, they used to have these things, and it wasn't just gardening books. It was recipe books and all kinds of things. My mother-in-law used to get all kinds of things. In fact, I wouldn't doubt it if I looked through some of the stuff, if David didn't throw them away, any of her books. I could probably find stuff like that in her books too. Shelly, now these things, I know you want to grow them, but you have to grow them. I would start them early in the spring because you don't want them to frost. Once the frost hits them, they die. They're in the hibiscus family, I believe, and hibiscus and okra. Their blooms look just like okra blooms. Yes, you do, Brenda. I want to see it. I'll have a library when a kid moves out and I can take over a bedroom. Shelly, I've taken over all the bedrooms in my house. One of them is a sewing room. One of them is a pantry. And then I have my room. And if I had more rooms, I'd have more stuff. I like getting things that I need and holding on to it. Need the page with hot flashes. I think we all do. Yes, hibiscus saffordifera. David's got the real name for it. Do they grow well in pots? Yes, but they grow better in the ground and they get more nutrients from the ground. They might work in my greenhouse over winter since it doesn't get too cold usually. Mine die back in the winter. I mean, mine die off in the winter. So, and I really don't have cold winters at all. So, and they die back on frost, not freezes. So I don't know. I don't know if you could keep your greenhouse that warm or not. I'm in 8B. I'm in 9B. So we're not that far apart. Oh, that is so smelling so good. I don't know if I should eat any of it before I go to bed. I'm going to have to eat at least a bite or two. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Barb, I'm not sure I said hello to you. That's terrible. I was talking to you, but I don't know if I said actual hi. I am terrible. Oh, okay, cool. They're not hard to get to growing. They're just like any other thing. I treat them like I do annual plant, or I don't know. I always get that mixed up. Annual, perennial. I get that mixed up. I always treat them as a plant that you have to grow every year from seed. So, well, I got here late. Oh, okay. I'm just really bad. Sometimes I just start talking to people and then I realize I hadn't said hello. Anyways, guys, I am going to get off here. You guys have a fantastic night, and hopefully I'll get somewhere tomorrow with something. Oh, and I'll be on Teresa's live tomorrow. So I hope you guys are over there. Teresa, did you get somebody to join you for tomorrow? Oh, thank you, Shelley. I am feeling better. I'm just afraid to drive yet. As weak as I've been. It wouldn't be, I mean, it's not as hard to drive my mom's car as it is my truck. Skinner Farms is supposed to come on. Cool. Thank you, Barb. All right, guys. Have a fantastic night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.